This is the type of greed that they talk about in the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the type of greed that they talk about in the Bible. First off, we start off with the four fucking waffles. Four. Not one, not two. Two would be understandable because you need some sort of balance. I can't just eat egg and egg alone. Those people who do that, I don't know how they do it. Me personally, I can't do that. Okay, four waffles. Is it Eggos or no? It's not Eggos.
It's not Eggos. It's Kodak Power Waffles.
Kodak Power.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 75 of the O2 podcast. It's crazy. In 25 weeks, we're going to reach 100. I remember I told myself when we reach 100, 100 episode going to be in Ghana, but we're going to see how that plays out. Hold up.
No, go ahead.
No, that's it.
I was like, I actually do have something I want to talk about. This has been on my mind all week. We're dissecting Kwadwo's breakfast. Breakfast, brother. Y'all, I've never seen this level of greed in my life, bro. Hold on.
So, for the viewers, Ibra, you can describe the picture. What's wrong with my breakfast?
Shut up, bro. Listen. First off, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna send a picture of my what I eat, and like honestly, in like a day, and we're gonna describe my meal first. So in my you're gonna have to tell that my feet is not my feet ain't showing. It's just my leg. Okay, so in mine, it's spinach with egg. Caramelized onions, 4 pieces of it's 3 pieces of bacon, and what else is in there? Pico de gallo, dry tomatoes, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Only 3 eggs. I am 6'2", probably. Now I'm about like 175, 176. Now Kwadwo, 5'11", 220, 215.
No, I'm like close to 200 now.
200? Okay, 200. Okay. This is the type of greed that they talk about in the thing.
Yeah.
This is the type of greed that they talk about in the Bible. First off, we start off with the 4 fucking waffles. 4. Not one, not two. 2 would be understandable because you need some sort of balance. I can't just eat egg and egg alone. Those people who do that, I don't know how they do it. Me personally, I can't do that. Okay. 4 waffles. Is it Eggos or no? It's not Eggos.
It's not Eggos. It's Kodak Power Waffles.
Kodak Power. Wow. And then now you get to the specialty. First off, you got 2 boing boings tucked in under the egg, like a blanket, under the egg, like a blanket. No, mind you.
I don't know why every time I hear the shaboing boing, this shit always fries me.
And then with the egg, you got the egg steak bites. And how many eggs you use? I know you use like 4.
I always use 4 eggs.
4 eggs? 4 bumper cloud, pussy cloud, Ross cloud eggs. Bro, like, and then what? You got green, what is it? Bell peppers in there?
Yeah, I use onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, spinach, and then the steak bites, and then I put some egg whites on there.
And egg whites? And egg whites? Bro, and then on top of that, we add the potatoes underneath. Egg whites?
The potatoes,
and egg white.
I need an extra carb source.
And egg whites. Are you kidding me? Bro, what did that video with the lady said? You gotta come up on my house. Come up on my house. Yo, bro. Word to my mother, if I was your roommate and I was walking by you, I would get a fork. Because I would think you cooked for me too. If you were to be like, oh no, this is all for me. I would be like, what? Are you kidding me?
But no, Ibra, you know I'm trying to be the most muscular out here, bro. And that's usually, to be fair, I usually have like 1 or 2 meals like that a day.
Bro, that's enough to feed like 3 people. Like, I understand, like, low-key, like, one thing I didn't agree with growing up was parents that put that put a lock on their fridge. Because I'm like, man, listen, what if I want water? Now you're in bed and I'm thirsty. I can't go ahead and drink water because you want to put a lock on the dang fridge. But bro, for your ass, I'm putting 4 locks on the goddamn fridge.
Within this, after this podcast, I'm gonna go and make that same meal again because I need to hit my macronutrients. I have to.
4 waffles?
Every day, and it comes in a pack of 40, so it lasts me about 10 days.
Pack of 40 lasts you about 10 days. Like that so calmly, like so
Because I have 4 a day.
And steak bites. You're the first fat nigga I've seen put steak in their eggs.
Bro, it makes sense. The eggs give you about 24 grams of protein. The steak bites about 20. You already have 40 with that. That's before you add the egg whites. Sprinkle you about 40, 45. The shaboing boings add 12 per link, 24. Bro, my breakfast is like 80 to 100 grams of protein depending on how much I want to eat. It makes my protein intake for the rest of the day easier. It just works. What works for me don't got to work for you.
No. I'm not saying whether it works or not. I'm just saying you're greedy. You're not hearing me what I'm saying.
Nigga coming back like nigga talking to me like he pitching on my groceries. This is my world.
I know it's your world. I'm saying your world is fucked up. You're not hearing me. No regular person eats like that. Bro.
I remember when I first sent the pictures in the group chat. The chicken sausages is the first thing you saw. Like,
that's the first thing I saw.
Nigga said he tucked those underneath like he wasn't gonna see it.
I was like, hey, gang, this ain't normal.
Oh my god.
Let's continue on the other segments because I need to get that out.
Oh my god, bro. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if my breakfast is outrageous. I think it's, and from our audio listeners, you're not gonna see, but for the video listeners, look at the video, I think my breakfast is calm. I think for me and my needs and what I need to achieve, that's a calm breakfast. But speaking of what, you guys know the World Cup has currently been going on, and by the time we're recording this, Argentina and England played yesterday. Ibra, give me your thoughts and breakdown of the match that happened yesterday.
Honestly, man, England came out front foot the moment they scored 1 goal. 1. Not 2. Because it's understandable if you scored 2. 1 goal. You sub out, what's his name? Who did he sub out?
He subbed out Gordon for Konsa.
For Konsa. Drop into a back 5. Like you don't have Messi. You're sitting out here telling Messi, hey, have the ball. Shoot. Why would you, like, it's honestly, sometimes I'm like, these are like Champions League, highest of the highest coaches that we're talking about. And us as fans who have probably never been to a stadium for real to watch a soccer game are watching the matches and like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? No. But I honestly, for some of the interviews, I could tell that some of the players don't like Tuchel, but they ain't never gonna come out there and truly admit it because I'd be mad too.
But my thing is, even if Tuchel's given the tactics, the players, like you guys are the ones on the field. If all 10 of you collectively decided you're still gonna attack, what can Tuchel do?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, because you got to remember, like, some players don't have that same level of hierarchy. So, for example, if a Harry Kane or a Jew get up and be like, nah, we going to press up. Somebody who's probably like, what? Like, I don't know, who's not on the highest, like a what's the center back? Not
Mark Gahey?
Not Mark Gahey. What's
John Stones?
Yeah, like a John Stones or something like that, where it's like, bro, they got somebody else on the bench too. So if you don't listen, we're gonna switch you out. Yeah. But like, it's not like all the players on the team are irreplaceable. Because truly, honestly, England got a player for each position, except for like Harry Kane and Jude. Those are honestly the only 2 people on the team where I'm like, I think you can't replace them.
I was gonna say you can give Ivan Toney some burn. Ivan
Toney isn't Harry Kane, and if Harry Kane's sitting on that bench, you know damn well the country's gonna fire him too. Like, there's certain players, like, I understand, like, coaching at that level, like, you got to be you got to play politics too. Yeah. Like, there's certain players, bro, like, if they're not playing, everybody gonna look at you crazy, even if tactically it makes sense that they're not playing.
No, I was like, when England scored, I was a little bit upset because at that point in the game, it seemed like an even game to me. Like, they had chances, you guys had chances. It wasn't like they were out competing you guys crazily. The moment they left and I saw Messi start whipping in crosses left and right. I said, yeah, they're going to get one.
Well, his right foot, too.
I think there was a cross where it hit, he crossed it in. Argentina got to it, and Pickford saved it right at like a good moment. The second one hit the crossbar. And when Enzo Fernandez started taking multiple shots outside the box, I was like, before this game is not going to end in a 1-0. There's no way. And then 1-0. I wouldn't have guessed it would end in 2-1, but I was like, I think tactically he got because I remember somebody else, I saw this on TikTok where he's like, I don't know if you remember the Champions League semifinal between Bayern and Real Madrid. when Tuchel was the coach for Bayern, and Alphonso Davies scored to bring them a tie, and immediately he did the same thing, sat in a low block, and then again Real Madrid kept on putting crosses, and Joselo got 2 goals off of that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I was like, it's the same tactic. So I don't understand why, as a coach, it's like, if it's not working, bro, change it. Because, bro, I was sitting there and I was like,
especially 1-0. It's one. I'm like, hold on. Did I forget that this game changed?
I don't think
rules changed. It's 1 goal.
I was like, I don't think Anthony Gordon should have came off, and I definitely don't think, if anything, Rashford should have maybe came in for Morgan Rogers, maybe a little bit. And why the fuck hasn't Kobbie Mainoo touched the field?
Bro, let it go. He's not touching the field. It's okay, gang. It's okay.
Or Kobbie, Danny Burns over Kobbie Mainoo?
Dan Burns is a right back. 2 different positions. I mean, he's a center back. I mean, 2 different, completely 2
No, he's a midfielder.
Dan Burns is a center back. You putting a 6'6" player as in the midfield? Dan Burns is a center back.
Hold on. Oh, he's a center back.
He's a center back.
Bro, it's like,
scares me. I don't know.
The only other person on that England team that I feel like should rightfully get the start over Kobbie Mainoo in that 6th position is Declan Rice.
Elliot Anderson is a baller, right? I would take Elliot Anderson over Kobbie.
But when Declan came off the field, Elliot Anderson was already playing. Elliot Anderson starts.
Yeah, I know. That's what I say. You said the only one that you should.
I meant, like, you take Declan out of the starting lineup, the only person that should come replace him, I feel like it's Kobbie Mainoo.
But here's the thing: you already got Jude, Elliot, and then Declan.
No, but when Declan is not on, I'm not saying Declan should be in a. When Declan is not on, what other midfielder do they have?
Because here's the thing. Because I'm looking at it from a standpoint of like, do we have somebody who does what you do already? Elliot Anderson already do what you do already. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could play Kobbie Mainoo a bit up top, and he will still be as good. But Jude does that at a high level.
No, but I'm saying yesterday when Declan Rice came off the pitch,
yeah.
Like, I'm not saying Declan, I'm just saying somebody to replace Declan Rice for maybe the last 20, 30 minutes of the game. Just somebody to hold the game.
Mm.
You didn't like it.
I see what you're saying.
I'm really hoping that for their 3rd place match against France, he gives Kobbie Mainoo some minutes so we could at least see what that would have looked like.
They ain't doing that. He's gonna be fresh for the season. That's what somebody said. Somebody was like, they were like, you're like, y'all in an uproar about Kobbie Mainoo play. He's like, I'm a Man United fan. He's gonna come back all healthy, fresh, and good, and ready to go. And bro, think about it, yo. These guys really get no breaks. Like, imagine, like, because 90 minutes, I could pull out a 90-minute, but I'm gonna need a good week of recovery.
Bro, I play soccer for 2 hours, bro. I've been injured since when? I've been injured since last week, Friday. And I'm now starting to feel like better comfort in my calf again. I said calf, in my quad again. So I'm like, I don't know how they do it. But then again, you got all these recovery, you should be recovering. But let me see. Any life updates? No life updates from me, brother. I feel like I've just gotten used to I feel like most of my circumstances, I just got to get better with my mindset. Like, stuff don't be going my way, and I'd be starting to get down. So really, these days, I'll be taking my losses with my chin up like this. My chin up like this.
It's been 7 months of things not going my way, brother. I'm here with a pod, talking and smiling on my face, brother. I'm used to the chaos now. Like, you know, in the Matrix, how like when he just starts like going like,
yeah.
The past 7 months, that's been me, bro.
I remember I walked into work today and I was like silent, and my coworkers were like, "Oh," they thought I was mad at anybody. And I was like, "I'm not mad at anybody, bro. I'm just at war. I'm at war with myself, bro." I'm like, every day I wake up, I'm like, I need to be better. Like, I know, and it's like I was telling my coworkers over there, I was like, I feel like I'm operating at like 20% of my capacity of how good I can be. That's what keeps me up, and that's what makes me go silent. I'm not worried about I'm like, but you can't. It's not everybody you get up and talk to about that, because I don't think most people like understand that dynamic. And he was like, "Well, what aspect do you think it could be better?" He's like, "Your relationship life." I said, "Brother, I could use the positives everywhere."
He said, "I could use more money." He's like, he's like, "Fuck a relationship. I want more money."
Bro.
Like, the thing is, though, I think for you, like, the fact that like you're thinking about it more than our actions is putting it, is that like you're trying to do everything all at once.
Yeah.
You're trying to see a big shift all at once. I feel like if you start small and like conquer the moments and not the day, one brick turns into a whole house, you know. So
I'm like, so I was gonna. That's why I was forgetting you. But I was like, that's what I think I'm gonna do is like starting not this week, because this week I'm like overly cooked, but I'm gonna pick one aspect and then like try to every day be like, I'm gonna become better at this aspect, and then just focus on that part to be better at it, and then see how I progress from there.
I say start small.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking. I'm picking one thing.
Yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, start small and then go thin. Because yeah, I used to feel like that a lot, but then I'm just like I'm trying to eat the whole sandwich in one bite. Pause. But like you can't really do that. So now you just end up choking. So, but
I was thinking, you guys were having an argument in the group chat yesterday about sports and politics.
yeah, I feel like once you get into that higher level, honestly, it's intertwined. Like, sports is political. Like inherently, it's not. But like, no 6 year old thinks I want to be a striker so I can send a political message. They're just playing a game just to play a game at the
Yeah.
end of the day. But like, once you get into those higher levels, like Shakir is right. I can be a fan of Argentina, the team,
Let me
but
stop.
not be a fan of their government thing.
I'm not even a fan of Argentina. Messi's just out of this
Messi,
world.
out of this
He's
world.
just
Yeah.
out of this world.
Let me rephrase that. I'm a fan of Messi.
Messi, yes.
I'm a fan of Messi. I'm a Messi fan, but I can get up and say I don't agree with how Argentina conduct themselves. Like if we're talking about pure ball. Like, hey, listen, when they say separate the artist from the art, that's what I mean when I say, listen, I like Morocco. I don't like Morocco. I can watch a full Morocco game and appreciate their game because I'm watching it as a baller. I'm watching it as a fan, as a Mundum who loves the game. I like watching beautiful football. I could do that, but separating that from their side, but I can be like, hey, your country isn't really good to its black migrants, to its African migrants. So, but same thing with goes for Argentina. That's what I mean. So if we're talking about pure ball, but I think Shakir's just getting. I was like, bro, Shakir, put your phone down and go outside.
Bro,
You're getting worked up with people who don't have no nuance to life. They think it's one way or the other.
I was gonna say this. I was like, I need to. That's why I've been trying. I need to first get some recording done, and I need to go a full 2 weeks without being on my phone. Just go to work. Yeah, and because I was like, you. The thing is, and it happened with Love Island. I was like, I watch it and I watch people's opinions, and I'm like, this is affecting my real life mood, and that's not okay.
I
That's
think
not okay.
I think it's just because it's like you just have the when somebody says something stupid and they just keep getting louder and louder, it just irks you because you're not thinking. There is no validity to the things that you're saying. You're just angry and just thinking like and then now recently I'm scrolling on like YouTube and stuff like that. I'm seeing videos of like we owe Casey an apology or something like that, and I'm just like I don't know the show enough right now to completely understand it. But I seen something where somebody was like as black women, we have uplifted the black woman so high that we done left the black man behind. I was like, if I actually watched the show, this would be something I would be interested in watching. But I'm not watching no think pieces on Love Island. I think you could do 40 million think pieces. Like to be honest with you, like
Yeah.
when dark skinned women come on that show, I'm like, man, girl, damn well these white boys is not gonna pick you, and not because you're ugly or anything has to do with your looks. You could be bad, and some of them is still gonna be like they just prefer white. That's it. Which I'm not against. Like if a white boy gets up and says, like if a white person says, "Oh, I only date white people," I'm not against that. Yes, you like then you should have the right to feel like, "Oh, I only want to date my own kind." Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. It just gets murky waters once you start talking bad about other races. It's like,
Yeah.
right, there's something wrong with that.
Even that whole debate, we said we never get into it, and I will never get into it. But I've heard both sides of the argument, and I'm like, both sides of the argument. What's the whole KC thing? And I was like, I've heard both sides of the argument. I'm like, both sides make valid points. Like, I think the side that's supporting the girl makes valid points. The side that's supporting the guy makes valid points. It just got to murky waters for me when both sides don't want to acknowledge when the other person's made a good point that could lead to even like a thing. Like I remember, they had a whole the part this is the part and this is the part that made me realize, okay, this is like getting out of hand. They had this whole thing where they called the guy uneducated. There's like he can't read, he's uneducated. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, if I was on Love Island and I was meant to read a whole paragraph around in front of other people, I'd get a little bit nervous. Mind you, he went to college and they kept on calling him uneducated literally, but he literally, and then on the back of his back he has this tattoo that says "Still I Rise." Do you know where that comes from?
Capri Diem or something like that.
No, not Capri D. Are those two related?
I don't know.
That's interesting. You just made that connection. That's actually very interesting. But I'll look into it later. But "Still I Rise" is it was a poem by Maya Angelou where she taught, like, I don't know if you ever heard it, but it's like basically in a just her experience as a black woman and how like the world can put her down, but again, still she rises, right? And he has that tattooed on his back. And so, again, another black woman on the show, I remember they was going back and forth, and like as a petty beef, she goes, "Oh, still you rise, I guess." And then all the white folks in the back is laughing, and I'm like, we're
You
sitting
don't
here.
do that. You don't do that. You You don't make fun of me to make these white people giggle.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, bro. And mind you, the person that when she made fun of that, I was like, you have no idea what that tattoo actually signifies. Like this still like it's a big deal in the black community. You don't know that, and you're making fun of it. And it's like then my biggest issue also this is like a black people beef. I feel like we got to leave it to the black people to just let's do a lot of them stuff. But the problem is we start arguing and getting disrespectful. We give white folks a chance to come in and do the same thing because then everyone was slandering the guy, and then this white lady got on TikTok and was like, oh my God, yes, you could tell he was one of those kids that needed an extra teacher. He was one of those high school. Ibra, I'm gonna find you the video and send it to you. And I'm like, again, I have no problem with beefing, but you get to a certain level of disrespectful, you make it okay. And then what is a friendly fire between us black folks becomes actual racism when we let these white people have the same opinion about the matter. Nobody saw the issue with that. So after I saw some of that stuff going on, and I was like, bro, this whole argument has lost the plot. And I was just like, I'm off it. The last 3 or 4 episodes of the show, I didn't even watch it. I just was on Twitter, just scrolling through the Discord, being like, it's called it a day. But again, it made me realize it's not everybody. From moving forward, I argue with purpose now. And it's not everybody I'm going to sit here and argue it. If I'm having a conversation with you and you can't bring up valid points, we can't sit there and agree and be respectful about a subject matter, I'm not arguing with you. I'm literally just going to look at you and walk away.
Nah, but the thing is, I feel like some people, they come into it with what their mind already made up. I'm not talking to you. You already got your mind made up. Whatever I say, like, can't really change your mind unless it's like, I really care about the topic and I care about proving it. And when people like that really, like, when I had to do it, like when I was in sales, like, because a lot of salespeople is like, some people are really have their mind made up about it. I'll be like, you have the right to feel that way. And then just let them disarm themselves eventually, and then they'll eventually come over to their side. But I don't care enough. I ain't getting paid for it no more.
And you guys brought up a different point. I was like, I'm literally going to have to treat people like I treat my mom on certain subject matters because I know for a fact there's nothing I can tell my mom about certain things that will ever change her mind. Like it's done, set, like it's like a sword stuck in the ground. It's not coming out. So I'm just like, I hate, and I was like, but my mom, I'm going to understand that's just who she is, and and that brought me peace. So that might be the same rhetoric and the rhetoric I used to move forward. I was like, it's done. Like, I'm not, like, I love a good argument, though. Like, a good argument where we could both bring our points. Like, and again, I like learning from other people's point of views. I think it's very enlightening to learn from somebody that disagrees with you or something. You learn something new. Man, they didn't took that process away from me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not having it. It is what it is.
Brother, man, I'm sitting out here and have seen Love Island discourse when it's just a bunch of people kissing each other. Like, kissing and fucking. Like, I don't what 10-page video essay is you writing? I'm seeing 15-minute think pieces on these stuff. I'm like, yo, YouTube need to start just cut it out.
No, but there are some think pieces that you listen to and you could like, I like a good think piece that has like it's coherent, there's evidence to support it, and you're actually making valid points. But when somebody speaks and you could tell this is just straight emotion, there's no validity whatsoever, that's the part that blows me.
They're just dumb,
bro. And I was like, I've seen a lot of that this season. And I was like, I'm like, it's gonna have to be what it has to be. I'm not doing those think pieces. And then on top of that, y'all niggas talking about Kwadwo, you need to go on Love Island, brother. It's not happening. It's never gonna happen.
Small-minded thinking when you get your small results, brother.
Because I will go on Love Island.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's funny. Speaking of Love Island, I was thinking about it. I'm seeing these guys on like Streamer University. I'm like, damn. We should have started streaming. I'm funnier than all these niggas. I was like, but then again, it's like you have to be funny every day. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I want to be funny when I feel like being funny. That's when I get my best from you.
Like, bro. I always hated being like considered the funny friend because like somebody would introduce you and be like, "Oh, Ibra, he spelled funny. Ibra, say a joke." What the fuck? I look like a rapper? Like I'm supposed to drop 16 bars on go? Oh, we rapping. What do you want me to do? Like, sometimes I've had that. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not a jester.
But real rap, if we got into Streamer University, would you have one? actually, yeah.
Right now, bro, I just told you I've 7 months of just like, brother, it would be a reprieve. It would be like what?
That's a 3-month vacation. That's 5-day vacation. Yeah, I would have. If we would have gotten, I would have taken paid time off. I would have taken.
Yeah, if I got in. I'm going. Hell yeah, bro. What? I'd be a streamer. I'd be on my best behavior, bro. But then again, honestly, I was watching like some of the streams and stuff like that. Some of these guys be saying some wild shit. I'm like, honestly, I kind of couldn't get away with this. Bro. It's funny, bro. It's funny. One of the streamers, Marty, when he said he met Marty, he was like, yo, bro, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, cause he's like, bro, first when I seen you doing that zesty 30, he's like, I got scared. But he's like, but then I met you in real life. He's like, bro, like, he's like, you one of the normal ones. Like he said that. He's like, you one of the normal ones. And he's like, and then he's like, and I respect that people respect your gangster. And he's like, I respect you. He's like, you know, people out here, they respect you, you know. So at first, like, I was worried a bit when I seen you doing that zesty 30, and then now I'm seeing you in real life, you one of the normal ones. I'm like, wait, speaking of, I heard an audio, side note, I heard an audio of Kata's dad was like, oh, he's seeing Zach. He's like, I gotta ask him if he's a certain way. I'm like, that's not a crazy question to ask as a father now, especially if he's talking about girth checks.
Bro, I don't think you understand. I'm on Twitter, and my Twitter, I don't know what it is, but I feel like my Twitter lives in my phone. Like, as in, like, every time I have a conversation outside of my phone, that's the kind of content I end up seeing. So every time we talk about Love Island, I go on Twitter, and that's all that pops up. You know, apparently he got out the villa, and he was apparently like depressed because he was getting hate. I'm like, brother, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up.
Grow up, man up.
I was like, you went on the show, everybody's gonna get criticized, everybody's gonna get hate, bro. And to the point where one of the other people that he went on the show with had to make like an apology and put on her, not an apology, but to make a PSA on her story and put it on her story for
make
to
me
be
look
like,
like a bitch. I don't know.
But no.
If I'm depressed, I'll be depressed and silent.
He said that Kata father voice note, I don't blame him. He was doing some outland. And then somebody was like, "This is how the white boys hang out." I'm like, I've met some white boys in my life. They move a little zesty, not all the way,
not all the way like that.
Yeah,
like bro, like y'all sitting there, and I know some of the people, like, you know, some of the American folks is probably gonna get on him. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand, this is a Haitian father. This is a Haitian father. Like, any father would be concerned, because at the end of the day, like, y'all gotta understand, parents is always gonna see their kids as kids, no matter how old they get. You know, so, and at the end of the day, well, Kata's probably not over 25.
She's 22.
She's 22.
Yeah,
damn, she mad, but. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so she's 22. So it's like, as a man, I'm watching my daughter's I'm seeing my daughter on the man my daughter's gonna be with on TV, and he talking about girth checks. Of course I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. He walks through the door, I'm gonna be like, hey, gang, come on, we gotta have to talk. Because I don't want down the line 5 years later you come out as gay, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't want my daughter to be deep in this relationship with you, and then 5 years down the line you gay. I just okay. I just want to know if you gay now, so we don't. I can save her some heartbreak time. Like I never looked at another man and be like, girth check. I don't know what type of joke that was. Never. I was like, the most like joke I'd ever cross the line would be me calling you Saucy Santana. That's it.
like,
never.
Like,
apart from that, nothing else.
Even the whole thing where I remember basketball, they used to smack each other on the ass. I was never with that. And you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. It just ain't culture. It just ain't my stuff.
Why was that the first idea of you smacking my ass? But like, you could tap me on the shoulder. Good job, gang. Like, I'd rather you be like, yeah, good job, man. That's what I'm talking about. Or like a chest bump. Like, or like, bro, yeah, don't touch my ass.
That's toxic masculinity.
Call it texting. Don't touch my ass. That, like, don't touch my ass. It's not toxic. No, it's, if anything, it's boundaries. I don't want you touching my ass. What we gonna take? So let me get this straight. If I'm on the ball court and then my teammate, he tell me good job, all I feel is like a size 10 hands, just like smack up my ass cheek. I'm this toxic masculinity because I don't want my ass cheek smacked. And then what? And then imagine, like, when they be going down the line, just, oh, good game. I don't want my ass cheek smacked. Don't touch my ass cheek. That's not toxic masculinity. It's called boundaries. What do you mean? Like, it's not rocket science.
I'm gonna make that the title of this video.
Bro, no,
that's not toxic masculinity. That's called boundaries.
like, son, like, I remember one day when I was at work, bro. Some guy, bro, he tried to tickle me. I said, hey, gang, hand placement. No, don't touch me there. All right, listen. As one of the man, the most you could ever do is dap me up, give me a hug. You know, that's it. As one of the man. It's called boundaries. It's not called toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity would be like, hey, I don't hug no man. No, period. Don't touch me, period. Don't touch my ass. It's not rocket science. I don't. You can't call me a toxic masculine person if I am, because I don't want my own ass touched. Fine.
That's not a crazy statement. That's not a crazy statement.
Not a crazy statement.
Oh,
like,
brother.
I see some clip where it was Jeff T talk about, I forgot, he had a teammate that didn't wear no drawers when he played basketball. So then literally he didn't play about that as like, bro, because think about it, basketball shorts are thin as fuck. You're basically grabbing a nigga ass. Like there's no other way to put it. Like, bro, I don't wear no drawers. You want to tell me good game? The first thing you do is look down. Just smack my ass. Smack my ass like a drum.
Oh,
You can just tell me good job.
I haven't laughed like that in a minute on this podcast. Man, my head hurt. You said that's not toxic. That's called boundary.
It's not. I'm not bugging here. Niggas can never pull this clip up and be like, "Oh, he's being homophobic." I'm not being homophobic. I'm a pure believer of doing what you want at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean? But there's certain boundaries. Don't touch. Like them people who like to play around with, like the guys who like to play around with the dick grabbing shit, bro. Like y'all not funny. I will fight you. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you to even think that's a joke. Like, to giggle, like fake about grabbing my butt.
Oh my god, bro, that was, oh my god. Man, we could have been a streamer.
Right, bro.
We could have been a podcast section. The only thing I would be willing to be excited is, like, I would like to podcast the other streamers about their up and coming bringing.
I said there's only so much of that you can do. Like,
What's up?
If we're talking about like going out for like a weekend and interact with people, I can do that once in a while. Do that as a living? Nah, I'm good.
Really? You don't think
once in a while?
You don't think you could be a podcaster full time?
That's a good point. Could I?
I could. I'm
talking about IRL content.
Oh no, even IRL. Yeah, you could always talk to different. Like, the thing is, it's not always going to be the same thing, but I obviously depend on the guest. You, like, for example, I wouldn't sit Rakai down and talk about his upbringing. That's not getting me nowhere. That's not getting me or him nowhere. But I feel like
I'd be able to hold a conversation with him.
I feel like you could. He's had funny moments though. The nigga's low-key funny. I mean, there was one time, this clip I saw, bro, and it's always the clips that really making their careers, bro. It was the one time when he had called India Love with Deshae Frost. I don't know if you ever saw that clip.
That was funny. I'll give that. He's funny. Yeah.
I think they were going back and forth. He's like, listen here, BBM.
I feel it though. Like, bro, honestly, like, what my thing is like, don't have too much audacity when we all know you're dirt.
It's not audacity. Don't have too much audacity when you know I'm gonna take it there, because everybody knows the kid has, like, literally, he's built in entertainment. He doesn't have limits or PR.
Yeah,
his PR is that he has no PR.
Yes, bad PR, good PR.
Yeah,
bro. What, bro? Like, you're sitting out here talking about, like, girl. Come on, like, you know what I was gonna say. The fact that, like, what, your TMZ, Shade Room, bro, they know all the niggas you done been with. I would call the community ball, but you know what? God forgive me for that.
But I'm like, I would have liked to be a streamer. You eventually, maybe one day in the cards, man. Either we go to Streamer U or I go on Love Island. I'd rather go on Streamer U before I go on Love Island, though.
I'd rather go on, what's the gym called?
Diamond Gym.
I'd rather go to Diamond Gym. I would want to go to Streamer U. Looks fun as hell.
It's fun. I feel like you get the right people there. But everybody's always. But I feel like you'd have to understand. Like, you can't be one of those people that take things to heart. Like, that's the only time, because they go in there and it's like, they always just playing around the campus. But it'd be fun. But might not be in the cards for us. But without any further ado, gentlemen, you want to get in the Bible to close the segment out?
Yeah.
Welcome back to O2 in the Psalms. If you're new here, every week we get in the Word, and we're doing the Book of Psalms for this segment. So my goal is to reach the whole 150, but we shall see. So Psalm 8 is titled "The Glory of the Lord in Creation." Oh Lord, our law. Let me hold on.
Hey, you got that Casey moment. Relax now. You niggas. Motherfuckers in the comment section like, this nigga can't read. Turns out you a whole scientist.
I get too excited when it's time to read. Let me start again. The glory of the Lord in creation. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is your name in all the earth. who have set your glory above the heavens. Out the mouth of babes and nursing infants, you have ordained strength because of your enemies, that you may silence the enemy and the avenger. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have ordained, is what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and you have crowned him with glory and honor. You have made him have dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, even the beast of the field, the birds of the air, and the fish of the sea, that pass through the paths of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is your name in all the earth. Talk to me, brother. This one's nice and short.
Going back to how like what's it called, him sending down Jesus, and when they, I think I got it wrong, but when they say to get to the Father you have to get through the Son,
That's right.
stuff like that. So yeah, that's the gist that I got from it. The first half I was lost a bit. I was like, hold on, let me lock in for a second.
I think the most difficult part about reading the Bible is I don't know what translation works best, or maybe we need to find a new translation, but it's
I think your translation works the best.
really.
Yes, because mine says, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, our Lord, how excellent is Thy name in all earth, who has set Thy glory above the heavens." Brother, I was lost the first two sentences. I'm not even.
So if anybody knows the best translation to, like, because I also recently discovered different translations have different meanings.
Yeah,
Because I remember there's a Bible verse. This is a slight tangent, but there's a Bible verse that says, "He who finds a wife finds a great thing, and finds a but like favor in the Lord." Basically saying that a man should go and find the wife. So, but and the interpretation for so long was that, oh, people, like, as men, we have to go out seeking for this. But in a different translation, it says the man that stumbles upon the wife. So it's not like you don't go look. It just happens to find you, kind of thing. But I think depending on the translation, you get like a different feel for it. But for this one, the main gist that I got from this is that basically just God loves us. I think it just emphasized that he has given like man control over possibly his greatest being, and that's like a great form of love. And, we talk about it all the time, but it's sometimes hard to see God's love in your life sometimes when it's not going your way. And again, we're gonna preach this all the time because I feel like it's a message that you need to drill it till it gets home. Is that just because you're not in a good season, just because things are not going your way, or just because you're not getting what you're supposed to get, doesn't mean God loves you any less. Or I remember there's a quote, like, we say this quote a lot, but we use it as a joke, but I really find out people don't, where it's like God has favorites. Whereas like you see people who have things that you don't, and you're like, damn, how come they get this and I'm stuck with this? I was like, be grateful of your, I think every circumstance you get in your life, regardless, is a blessing. In my head, that's the moment I'm moving with. That's the mindset I'm moving from now on, is that
it's a must. Like,
everything that happens to you, every circumstance, from every person you meet to every food you eat to every water you drink, it's a blessing. Whether it might not seem that way in the moment or not, it's a blessing. Sometimes some blessings just take a long time to manifest themselves. But just because, again, maybe you're seeing someone get their blessings now, doesn't mean yours is not coming, where it's like God loves you any less. But you had something to say?
and yeah, sometimes it's like God has to refine certain things about you in order for those blessings to come into fruition, because you
Yeah.
have to be a person who can handle those things and be able to keep it. And not just that, but like sometimes, like, I think sometimes people have their training seasons, or like their seasons of preparation, because like you read like a lot of people's, like, success stories, as like, they went through a period where like they went like a year or 2 years where they're just trying stuff, doing stuff, and nothing is working. And then, and eventually they'll just get down. There's this comedian called Cam something, some young dude, you probably seen him before, Cam something. And then he was like, for 2 years he just sat on his, like, he was just selling drugs and stuff like that. And then, or he was just smoking weed, or one of the two. And then he was like, he literally one day just got down on his knees and prayed. He's like, God, he's like, you just give me my purpose, and I promise you, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna work hard at it, like nothing else matters. And then he started doing stand up comedy, and then it just took off from there for him. And so it's like, sometimes, in this physical world, things might not be working the way that you wanted, but in like the spiritual realm, God is working in your favor. But yeah, I think it's hard. It's hard to see the good of things in the bad situations when you're in it in the moment, because you're so caught up in your emotions and you just feel like God has forgotten you. And like, or like, especially like seeing others win too, but not in a jealous way, of like, in a way of like, damn, like everybody's doing something. I gotta,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta, I gotta figure it out. I gotta do something. And sometimes I think the best thing you can learn is just sit back and let God be God. Because sometimes trying to figure out certain things, you're only just getting in the way, and you're not making it any better. So I think, but I feel like every good and the bad. Because I think about some of the bad stuff that happened to me. I'm like, it has created stronger discernment in me. Where it's like now, if I see it happening to me, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You know?
Piggybacking off that again, like one thing I realized that today is that like for like the text I just sent you in Dua,
Yeah.
every moment I've had in my life has made me very resilient to rejection. Like I remember back in the day, I remember when was this in sixth grade when we had applied to breakthrough. I remember this clear as day when I didn't get in, brother. I remember it wasn't as bad. I remember Wincy cried.
Really?
He cried he didn't get in, and I remember up until leading up to maybe I think
They
it was
hyped it
like
up like it was the next greatest thing ever. Like it's the elite of the elite. Like you don't get picked, bitch. You're a loser. And I ain't really take it seriously because it was like because I ain't even gonna cap like I genuinely didn't take school seriously until I hung out with you guys. Like genuinely, like for me, I just did school because I did it. That's it. And then like y'all happen to be African, we happen to be friends. And then it's like we all play soccer. Like what? When I came into middle school, I was probably 3 years into being in America.
okay,
So it wasn't like, I've been here for a while, whoop de doo. It's like no, I didn't play soccer for 3 years. So that was done. I wasn't around other Africans like that for like 3 years and all that other stuff. And I didn't care about school. Like, bro, like honestly, all third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, parent teacher conference used to be the worst time of my fucking life. Are you kidding me? I got beat so many times, like on parent teacher conference. Like, and there's always the Eber's distracted. He don't pay attention. Whoop de whoop de doo, whoop de da da da. And but it wasn't like I was the best student, but it wasn't like what it was in middle school.
all right,
In
middle
middle
school.
school,
I
shoot,
just think it was just because I feel like we just all liked each other, and like I don't know who started the trend because it definitely wasn't me either. Like I always liked school, but I always tell my sister this. It's never the fact that I didn't have the capability to number one. I just didn't care. As long as I was in the top 10, I got the respect I wanted. Like I didn't have to even in middle school. Like what was it? I don't know how the rankings were, but it was like, oh, we're all tight in the valedictorian race. I was just happy I was in the conversation. I'm just happy I'm in the conversation, and that's good enough for me. I was happy I had friends, all that other stuff. But even I'm just like, what you made a point I was going to piggyback off and I forgot, but um like even like stuff like that with oh yeah, I was talking about rejection is like not getting to breakthrough, not doing all that stuff. I remember even up until maybe college or even after I graduated, rejection used to hit me personally. Like I used to think it's something wrong with me. Da 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 da. These days I get rejection. I'm like okay. I'm like you reject if even if it's whether it's relationship wise, work or anything. I'm just like if you come as long as you're honest with me, you come to me like oh like I'm not feeling cool. I let it go.
and the thing is, you got to think about it as like majority of the time, you're losing more than you're winning. But the one win is bigger than the 40 losses that you have. I don't need everybody to hire me. I just need one person to hire me.
Like
I don't
someone
need 40 women to like me. Well, it would feel nice if 40 women did like me. I just need
that's what
one
I'm
who
saying.
want me. That's
Yeah.
it. You know?
I literally just need one that I have strong feelings for that just feels the same way about me and it just is just willing to do this game of life with me. I just have to win that lottery once. I could play it 1,000 times. I hope I don't have to get that far, but I will play it 1,000 times. It's gonna be fun. So I was like, it's not.
Once.
Yeah, and I remember coming home from the game yesterday. I was talking to one of my friends, and we were just talking about life, and he was like, what most people don't realize is that sometimes you have to lose something to make space for other things to come in your life. Like sometimes you lose something and you get so hard, but you never know that thing might have been what's stopping you from even reaching even greater goals. So it had to come out to make that insertion. I thought that was a pretty good thing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts on today's Psalm segment. Let us know how you guys are feeling. And it's I know my friends be watching this in the Bible. Y'all don't be tapping into the segment as y'all should be tapping into the segment. So let me know. And I know for a fact you guys have different interpretations when you read it. So let us know and all that stuff. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next week. Peace.